The official Republican Party of the state of Oregon, through their official Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter accounts, posted several photos this weekend to justify Donald Trump's decision to send in the National Guard to, get all the violence out of the city that Trump said has both been burned to the ground and taken over by Antifa. So, if you're going to take over a city, don't burn it to the ground first, because then there's nothing to take over. But, lies don't matter in this issue, right? Let's not worry about the facts of what's happening, because Portland is not under siege by Antifa or violent protesters. They're under siege by Donald Trump's administration. But in order to justify it, the Oregon GOP tweeted out and put on Facebook and Instagram a series of photos showing how bad the city is. Police officers in riot gear, violence, fires everywhere. So you would think, holy hell, okay, maybe we do need the National Guard. But it turns out that those pictures weren't from this year. In fact, they weren't even from this decade. In fact, some of them are almost 20 years old. Oh, and by the way, they're not even from Portland. And actually, the photos, they're not even from things that happened in the United States. They're actually all from South America. And do you know how you can tell? Even without the fact checkers having to look for the images, reverse image search, you can tell because on the police shield, it doesn't say police, it says policia, right? And American cops don't have Spanish words on their riot shields. So not only did they pull these stock photos that are from Brazil in 2008 and 2017, respectively, they didn't even bother to edit them. And when they were confronted about this on social media by The Guardian, the official Oregon GOP Twitter account responded and said, "We're not reporters, just bad memers." We were making a meme, right? We weren't trying to show violence in Portland, which is exactly what you said in your original post. It said, President Trump deploys 300 California National Guard troops to Portland, and then you showed the pictures of streets on fire. But it wasn't America. It wasn't this year. It wasn't even this decade. It wasn't even this continent. And you would have known that, and you did know that, because the police shield said policia. Y'all are just that dumb. Or you think your followers are that dumb and wouldn't notice. But then after they deleted the post because The Guardian called them out and they're like, well, we're just bad memers. The Oregon GOP released an official statement saying this. The graphic was created by one of our volunteers using stock photos, which, unbeknownst to us, included foreign imagery. The post was promptly removed once the misrepresentation was identified. Included foreign imagery. No, they didn't include foreign imagery. They were all foreign imagery. And how are you letting a, quote, volunteer run your official Twitter account, right? That seems a little suspicious. But all you did was delete it. You didn't issue a correction. You didn't post hey, actually, turns out Portland's not on fire, which we know because we're there, Sure. Yeah, totally plausible, totally believable. Fox News, of course, has been caught doing this recently, showing footage of protests or riots from years past as if they're happening right now to try to dupe people into falling in line with Donald Trump's Gestapo takeover of American cities. None of it's happening. None of these crime waves that they say are happening are happening. None of it. Most of the cities where Donald Trump has deployed troops to, whether it be National Guard, ICE, ATF, FBI, regular Homeland Security officers, Customs and Border Patrol, most of them have had actually declining crime rates in recent years. They're getting better while Trump pretends they're getting worse. And he's aided in his effort to take over the country with military by these right-wing media outlets and these state Republican parties. They are cheering it on. They're lying to you, spreading more propaganda, using literal fake imagery to convince you to fall in line with dictator Trump. Thanks for watching, everyone. You know, we're inching closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and we're aiming to hit that goal before the year closes. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for joining us as we head towards this huge milestone.